What's going on, insiders? It's Harrison here with some exciting March 2023 updates to the Actionable Profile. Guys, this is a big month. Thursday, March 16th, there was a big update to X1, X1 Desktop, Exact Online. If you have not already, it's time to sync your software. But let me bring up Xactimate and actually walk you through 4 of the major updates we need to tell you about today, Friday, and or Saturday, as soon as we can get this video out about the updates. Okay, first off, I'm going to open up an estimate here. This estimate has 77 alerts in it. And you'll notice I scroll down here on the right side that this tile flooring activities may warrant tile uncoupling membrane shows up here. And it shows up in the next room, and it shows up in the next room, and it shows up in the next room. And it actually shows up 9 times. One of the features that we had previously shown you in one of these update videos about mini bulk bypass duplicates, for example, this little section right here where it says, hey, do you want to apply this note and bypass this alert everywhere it shows up in the scope at the same time? This has existed in the old engine UI here. Now it exists in the drawer. So I'm going to come over here to this tile floor activities membrane alert, and I'm going to hit bypass. I'm going to say not needed for this scope of work, and then check out right below it where it says bypass 9 duplicates. So if I were to click away from this, it's only going to bypass this particular rule right now. I could close this out and it's only bypass this one, but I can come back, and as soon as I hit bypass 9 duplicates, you'll note up in the top right here, I just bypassed that rule the 8 other times it shows up automatically with that same note. This is a huge step forward in terms of efficiency and productivity of, hey, if you see an alert, especially if you are duplicating an estimate you've already written into the actionable profile to see our alerts, now you can bypass the same alert every time it shows up at the same time if you determine it's not necessary or warranted to act on that particular alert. So that's good. Bulk bypass duplicates is here, March 2023. Okay, some other things I want to highlight. I'm going to start a new project. Creating the actionable profile. We're just going to say it's called less required. Okay, let's go ahead and create the ESX here. Go ahead and throw in any of our good old price list here. And I want you to see on the right side of the drawer, there's only 2 required fields that now show up, date received and date inspected. Now, if you've been working in the actionable profile, you will have recognized there was a lot of things that were previously required. Policy, claim number, various other dates. One of the things that we've been working on with Verisk around these required fields, at Actionable, we want there to be the least amount of required fields as possible. We want you to have access to all of these fields to be able to enter the claim information if you want. But when you're working in our profile, we don't want to require you to fill it out in order to be able to get to your PDF and finish the scope. So great news here. There's just less required fields. The only ones that are here now are date received and date inspected. And I can come over here and I can click this over here. It'll take me there. I can actually double click. And this actually brings me to my third point here. One of our users reached out about, hey, why is date of loss not in the actionable profile? Well, March 2023, the date of loss has been added. So as a field here under the claim info, insured info tab, under the date section, you now have date entered, date received, date inspected, and a new addition, the date of loss that you can put in there as well. Now, lastly, I want to address something that we've had a lot of conversations about with many of you over the last 30 to 60 days is around performance issues. Things tend to slow down when you write large estimates in the actionable profile. Well, this has been the number one focus for Verisk to address performance slowdown and crashing around the exact expert drawer here on the right side. Now, this week, March 16th, there was an update to how the software looks at the rules. Without getting into the nitty gritty here, they've essentially helped the rules section run much faster. And in fact, to prove it, I'm going to open up a $354,000 estimate here to show you on my laptop as to what this actually looks like that you will see. So you'll see in the top right, rules are running. There's about 1,000 line items. Okay, rules are done. Now note, they're not presented to you yet. They're not presented to me, the person that's trying to estimate this job. Okay, boom, there it is. 225 alerts just came over. So this is fascinating because this is the first step of a couple things that we know are coming when it comes to performance updates. So the other part of this news is it's not done. There's more performance updates that will be coming in April and May. But this was the first in the attempt to, hey, let's take a look at in the largest scopes that people are writing. There's a $2 million scope here that is hard to work with in the actionable profile. Maybe I'll end this video by opening that up and show you guys so you can see kind of, hey, if you're not writing $2 million scopes in the actionable profile, this is what it looks like right now. But the good news is there is a nice performance update that has arrived this month in March. Please update your X1 software to make sure that you take advantage of it. But the rules will run faster. You just might see a little bit of delay between when the rules finish running and when they're presented to you in the drawer for you to be able to act on them. So, good updates, good things are coming. Let's summarize. Bulk bypass duplicates is here in the drawer. You can bypass an alert, and every time that alert shows up in your estimate at the same time now. We have less required fields when you're creating a new ESX in the actionable profile. We now have the data loss field under the claim of info. And we've got some performance updates now that will also be added upon in the coming months. So I'm sure there's more. I have more to record next week and beyond. I just wanted to capture something Friday afternoon that I could email out over the weekend to make sure that you guys have an up to date as to, guys, big March update. Don't forget to update your X1. All right. As always, reach out to us at support@getinsights.org if you have any questions. All right. Thank you.